I want to tell you about someone.
Tell us.
Someone I met a few years ago at a language exchange event. She'd been studying English for 11 years.
11 years.
11 years of classes. 11 years of grammar books. 11 years of vocabulary lists and exercises and tests.
That's longer than some university degrees.
And when I said hello and asked her something simple, she froze.
What happened?
She said, in almost perfect English, "I'm sorry, I know the words, I can't make them come out."
I can't make them come out.
11 years, and she couldn't make the words come out.
Because she had spent 11 years preparing to speak English.
And 0 years actually speaking it.
Today, this episode is for every person who is still preparing,
Still waiting until their English is good enough.
still convinced that speaking comes after learning.
It doesn't.
Speaking is the learning.
Welcome to English the Natural Way.
I'm Sulafat.
And I'm Sharon, and this might be the most important episode we've ever made.
Not because of the grammar, not because of the vocabulary.
But because of the one thing that actually makes the difference.
Starting.
Let's go. Section 1. The Myth of Ready. Let's start with the biggest lie in language learning.
That you need to be ready before you start speaking.
Ready, prepared, good enough.
When my English is better, I'll start speaking.
When I know more vocabulary, I'll feel confident.
When I've finished this course, then I'll try.
We hear this constantly from learners at every level.
And here is the truth that nobody wants to hear.
Ready never comes.
Because you don't get ready and then speak, you speak and then get ready.
The speaking is the preparation.
Every single conversation you have, however broken, however slow, however full of mistakes,
Builds the neural pathways that make the next conversation easier.
you cannot build those pathways by reading about them.
You cannot build them by watching videos about them.
You build them by using English in real moments with real people right now.
Not when you're ready.
Now.
Subscribe to English the Natural Way and then go speak to someone today. Section 2. Why speaking feels so hard. But let's be honest about why people don't start.
Because it's not laziness.
It's not lack of motivation.
It's something much more specific.
Fear.
Fear of what, exactly?
Fear of looking stupid.
Fear of making mistakes in front of someone.
Fear of not finding the word and that terrible silence while you search.
Fear of the other person's face when they don't understand you.
Fear that your English will embarrass you, that it will make you seem less intelligent, less capable, less than you actually are.
And here is what I want to say about that fear.
It is completely understandable.
And completely wrong.
Not wrong to feel. Feelings are never wrong.
But wrong in what it tells you.
Because the fear says if you make a mistake, people will judge you.
But the reality is,
Most people are not judging your English.
they're just trying to understand what you're saying.
They're trying to connect with you.
And the person speaking imperfect English with confidence
Is infinitely more impressive than the person who knows everything but says nothing.
infinitely.
And I want to say something else about mistakes.
Say it.
The people who make the most mistakes in English are the people who speak English the most.
Native speakers make mistakes. Every day.
Professional writers make mistakes.
Teachers make mistakes.
Mistakes are not the enemy of good English.
Silence is.
Let me tell you what actually happens. Not the fear version, the reality version.
You say something in English, maybe imperfectly.
And the other person understands you.
Maybe not every word, but the meaning, the intention, the human being behind the words.
And they respond.
And you understand them, mostly.
And the conversation moves forward.
Not perfectly, not smoothly, but forward.
And then something happens that no grammar book can give you.
What?
You realize, I did it.
I spoke English, and the world didn't end.
Nobody laughed.
Nobody walked away.
The other person didn't look at me with pity or contempt.
They just talked to me, like a person.
That moment, that first moment of, I did it.
That is the moment that changes everything.
And you cannot get that moment from preparation.
You can only get it from speaking.
And here is what I know about that moment.
It is smaller than the fear told you it would be.
And bigger than you expected.
Smaller because nothing terrible happened.
Bigger because you proved something to yourself.
That you can do this.
That you have been able to do this for longer than you knew. Section 4. The mistakes that don't matter and the one that does. Let's talk about mistakes, because this is where so many learners get stuck.
There are two kinds of mistakes in English speaking.
Mistakes that matter and mistakes that don't.
Mistakes that don't.
Wrong verb tense in a casual conversation. Nobody cares.
Missing an article, the or a. Native speakers barely notice.
Mispronouncing a word but being understood anyway. Completely fine.
Using a word that's slightly off but the meaning is clear. Fine.
Speaking slowly. Taking a moment to find a word. Completely acceptable.
These mistakes are part of the process. They are the texture of learning. They are completely normal.
The one mistake that does matter,
Not speaking at all.
that is the only mistake that actually costs you.
Because every day you don't speak,
Is a day the words stay locked in a book instead of living in your mouth.
is a day the neural pathways don't get built.
Is a day the fear stays the same size instead of shrinking.
Fear of speaking shrinks every time you speak.
And grows every time you don't.
That's not a metaphor. That's neuroscience.
Every time you face something your brain is afraid of and survive, the fear response gets smaller.
Every time you avoid it, the fear response gets larger.
Avoidance feeds fear. Action starves it.
So the only treatment for fear of speaking English?
Is speaking English.
There is no other way.
Section 5. 5 people who are exactly where you are sitting now.
Let me tell you about 5 real moments. 5 real people.
Not famous people, not inspirational stories from books.
People who sat exactly where you are sitting now.
Person 1.
A man who moved to a new country at 38. No English. Complete beginner.
He told me, the first time I ordered a coffee in English, I rehearsed it for 20 minutes before I walked in.
And I still said it wrong, but the person smiled and made my coffee.
And I walked out and I felt like I'd climbed a mountain.
1 coffee order, 20 minutes of preparation, 1 imperfect sentence, 1 smile.
And a mountain climbed. Person 2.
A university student who joined an English conversation club and didn't speak for the first 3 sessions.
Just listened.
The 4th session, she said 1 sentence, 1.
I think the problem is more complicated than that.
Not a long sentence, not a complex one.
But everyone in a room turned to hear what she thought.
And she realized they wanted to hear from her.
They had always wanted to hear from her.
She just hadn't known it yet.
Person 3.
A professional who had good written English but refused to speak in international meetings.
He would write his thoughts down and show the screen.
In meetings, he would type and show the screen.
Until one day, the technology failed, and there was no screen. And his manager said, just tell us. Say it out loud.
And he did.
And it wasn't perfect.
But it was clear.
And it was his.
And after that meeting, he never used the screen again.
Person 4.
A young woman who recorded herself speaking English for 30 seconds every single day.
Just 30 seconds. Alone in her room.
For 6 months.
And one day, she listened back to the beginning and couldn't believe it was her.
Not because her accent had changed.
But because the voice in the early recordings was hesitant, apologetic, like it was asking permission to exist.
And the voice in the recent recordings was just her.
Certain, present, unapologetically herself in English.
30 seconds a day.
Person 5.
The woman from the beginning of this episode.
11 years. Couldn't make the words come out.
I saw her 3 months later.
At the same language exchange event.
And she was talking to 3 people at once.
Not perfectly.
But laughing, gesturing, telling a story.
I asked her afterwards, what changed?
She said, I decided the discomfort of speaking was less than the discomfort of not speaking anymore.
The discomfort of speaking was less than the discomfort of not speaking.
Read that again.
The discomfort of speaking was less than the discomfort of not speaking.
That's the decision. That's the whole thing.
Which discomfort are you choosing? Section 6. How to start. Right now. Today.
Practical, specific. Today.
Not tomorrow. Not after you finish this course. Today. Here are 5 things you can do today to start speaking English.
Thing 1. Talk to yourself.
In English, out loud, about anything.
Your morning. What you're going to eat. What you're thinking about.
Nobody is listening. Nobody will judge you.
But your mouth is learning. Your brain is building pathways. It counts.
Thing 2. Record 30 seconds.
Pick up your phone. Press record. Speak for 30 seconds about anything.
Then listen back.
You will hear things you want to improve. That awareness is learning.
Do it again tomorrow and the day after. Thing 3. Write a comment.
Right now, below this video, in English.
Tell us one thing you're going to do differently today.
Writing in English is speaking to the page. It counts.
And we will respond in English to you personally. Thing 4. Find one English conversation today.
1. Not many. 1.
And language exchange app, a conversation partner, a service person you interact with.
Order something in English. Ask a question in English. Say thank you in English.
One conversation, one sentence. It counts. Thing 5. Commit to something small and consistent.
Not a massive plan. Something small.
5 minutes of English speaking every day.
Every day. Not sometimes. Every day.
Because consistency beats intensity every time.
5 minutes every day for a year.
Is 30 hours of speaking practice.
30 hours.
From 5 minutes a day.
The math is on your side. You just have to start.
Section 7. The letter to the person still waiting. Before the review, I want to say something directly.
Go ahead.
To the person who has been learning English for years and still doesn't feel ready.
To the person who watches these videos and thinks, someday.
To the person who knows the grammar rules perfectly and can't make the words come out.
I want to say,
You are more ready than you think.
the English you have right now, even if it's imperfect, is enough to start.
Not enough to be fluent, not enough to be perfect, but enough to begin.
And beginning is the only thing that leads to everything else.
You have been preparing for a conversation that has been waiting for you.
And the conversation doesn't need your perfect English.
It needs you.
Your real voice, your real ideas, your real self, speaking imperfectly and meaning every word.
That is what people respond to.
Not the grammar, not the accent.
The person behind the words,
And you have been there all along.
waiting to be heard. Today, let yourself be heard. Quick review. Everything in one place.
Let's bring it all together.
Ready never comes. You don't get ready and then speak. You speak and then get ready.
The understandable fear is wrong in what it tells you.
Most people are not judging your English. They're trying to connect with you.
The only mistake that actually costs you is not speaking at all.
Fear shrinks every time you speak and grows every time you don't.
Avoidance feeds fear. Action starves it.
Start small. Talk to yourself. Record 30 seconds. Write a comment. Have one conversation.
5 minutes every day is 30 hours a year.
You are more ready than you think.
The conversation has been waiting for you.
Today, let yourself be heard. Final message. One thing right now.
Before you go,
Not a challenge with multiple sentences.
just one thing.
One thing right now before you close this video.
Write one sentence in the comments, in English, about anything.
What you're thinking, what you felt during this episode, what you're going to do today.
One sentence.
That is your first step.
And we will be here, reading, responding, cheering you on.
Because that is what this community is for.
If this episode helped you today,
Hit subscribe. Hit the bell.
because there is so much more coming.
More episodes, more real English, more moments of I did it.
I'm Sulafat.
I'm Sharon.
Keep going.
Keep growing.
And today,
Today, start speaking.